are three treasures of Chinese culture, and now we will introduce to you the first one, Chinese painting. Traditional Chinese painting is the art of painting on a piece of xuan paper or silk with a Chinese brush that was soaked with black ink or with colored pigments.
By subjects, traditional Chinese painting can be classified into three types. The first is figure painting, then landscape painting, flower and bird paintings.
Figure painting came into maturity as early as the Warring States period and reached its peak during the Tang Dynasty. Famous figure painting artists include Gu Kaizhi and Wu Daozhi.
Good. Landscape painting describes the outside scenery. It first appeared in the Qing Dynasty and became an independent genre during the Sui and Tang Dynasty. By the Song Dynasty, it had reached a very high level. Representative artists of landscape painting include Li Sixun, Fan Kuan, and Tang Yan.
Flower and bird paintings concentrate on the drawing of flowers, birds, animals, fish, insects, and the like in their natural states. It came into being in the northern and southern dynasties and became a mature art during the Song Dynasty.
Celebrated artists include Zhu Da, who excelled in the painting of flowers and birds, Zheng Xie, who was skilled at bamboo, and Qi Baishi, who excelled in fish and shrimp.
By styles of brushwork, traditional Chinese paintings can be categorized into one of two categories, the first being gongbi or xieyi. Gongbi refers to realistic paintings characterized by fine brushwork and close attention to details, and xieyi refers to freehand brushwork aimed at catching the spirit of the object and expressing the author's impression or mood.
Unlike Western sketches, which focus on truthful regeneration of subjects, traditional Chinese painting pays more attention to a verb and artistic conception, making popular the idea that painting should contain more meaning than what it depicts.
For instance, when Xu Beihong began to draw horses, he would firstly have shape features in his mind, and then he would paint a painting of horses that often more people would say was more beautiful than actual horses in real life, in his own simple brushwork.
To take Xieyi painter Qi Baishi as another example, in one of his paintings, there were two chickens scrabbling for an earthworm. However, he named the painting "Say Hello" afterwards, meaning that although the chickens were so sensitive that both of them scrabble for the same food, they would have deep friendly feeling and say hello to each other maybe afterwards. The whole personification of little chickens reflected Qi Baishi's comprehension of the whole life.
In general, the style of traditional Chinese paintings is grandiose, containing ruggedness as well as detail and magnificence. In addition, its contents are rich with colorful forms.
Now let's appreciate another painting by Zhang Zeduan of the Song Dynasty. The painting's name is very famous. It's along the river during the Qingming festival. We call that Qingming Sanghetu.
In this painting, daily life of people and the landscape of the capital, Bianjing, today's Kaifeng, is captured. This is from the Northern Song period. The theme is often said to celebrate the festive spirit and worldly commotion at the Qingming festival, rather than the holiday's ceremonial aspects, such as tomb sweeping and prayers.
Successive scenes reveal the lifestyle of all levels of the society, from rich to poor, as well as different economic activities in rural areas and the city, and offer a glimpse of period clothing and architecture.
The painting is considered to be the most renowned work among all Chinese paintings, and it has been called China's Mona Lisa.
与我飘起这种日落西，重回广场的过去。看见花语如此的美丽，殊不知是谁的魔笛。看来人知遮住了星星，小色几杯却又醉。多少盲人将将说话尽字语，闪过出表中的意义。
In finished works of traditional Chinese painting, inscriptions, poems, and stamps often come side by side. Therefore, traditional Chinese painting is an art form combining poetry, calligraphy, painting, and seal carving. Its artistic achievement and national features have won recognition of people from all over the world.
In addition to Chinese calligraphy and painting, there is another Chinese art that I find to be quite fascinating.